Hey there, seventh graders. Here's a quick set of instructions for the first of our Age of Exploration projects. Our first project is on the famous Christopher Columbus, who I'm sure you've all heard of before. So this project is located here under Unit 2. It'll be orange for you. You'll click here and you'll see here it explains to you the 4 things that go along with the project. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click here and you're going to watch this Edpuzzle video. It's called History versus Christopher Columbus. There are a few questions in it, but mostly I just want you to watch it. Please make sure you watch all the way to the end. The Edpuzzle program actually identifies whether or not you've watched the whole video, so please make sure you watch all the way to the end. As you're watching that, be thinking a little bit about the different arguments they give for both for Christopher Columbus as well as against Christopher Columbus. So you'll do that first. Then right here is a Google Doc, which has the instructions for this project. So you can read through the instructions here and you'll see that it's basically a debate about the future of Columbus Day. And there's some controversy about it. And so we're going to take a look at both sides. So one of the things we like to do is practice how we support a position with evidence. So the reason why we're looking at this kind of project is because we want you to practice how you look at both sides, then pick a side, and then support that side. No matter what the topic happens to be, it could be what you think is the best, thing to put on your pizza. It could be something as silly as that, but you want to be able to state your position. You want to be able to defend your position, provide evidence for, why pepperonis are better on pizza than, say, sausage. All right, so that's how we're going to practice in this particular activity. And you'll see down here, the instructions are all written out here for you as well. So you can use this first. After you finish looking at the instructions, the next thing you're going to click on is this document here. It's going to open it and make a copy for you. You can read the introduction, which kind of sets up for what we're looking at with the Columbus debate. And then there's going to be 4 resources that you use for your activity. The first resource is actually the one you already watched. That was the Edpuzzle video. So you don't need to do anything for resource 1. You've already watched it. For resource 2, pick one of these 3 websites, just one of them. Pick whichever one you want. Open the website and then look through the website, and you're going to look for evidence for each side. Why Columbus was an important historical figure and should be celebrated versus Columbus should not be celebrated, and why you don't think he's important enough or what he did was not something that you think we should celebrate. So you're going to do that. Then you'll do the same thing for resource 3, only it's these 2 sites. So pick one of these. The history.com site actually has a video as well. So just in case for those of you who'd like to watch the video, or the second one does not have a video, but is very interesting about exploration. So either of those 2, just pick one. You don't need to do them both. And then again, you're just going to put whatever evidence you can find on both sides of the table. For resource number 4, this is an excerpt out of a book about Christopher Columbus that includes some of the things that Columbus himself wrote, as well as what other people who were there at the time, which we would call primary sources, also wrote. So for resource number 4, all you're going to do is use your highlight tool. It's this one right up here, the one that says highlight color. I don't care what color you want to pick. And then you're going to go through and just read through this, right? It's just these paragraphs right here. And you're going to highlight things that you might use if you were going to use them as evidence in a debate about Columbus. So you'll just do that. When you're finished with those 4 resources, then you will submit your Google Doc into Google Classroom. You'll go back up through here, you'll hit the turn it in button, and you'll turn in your resources. There is one other thing you need to do at the end of this. So I put here, do not forget. So I can't add it on here. The Google Classroom doesn't let me put it on here with our assignment, but right underneath of it, right here, you need to answer this Google question. So based on the evidence that you gathered in our resources, should we continue to celebrate Columbus Day? When you open this, you'll be able to read it. Okay. So once you have opened and answered the question on Columbus Day, make sure you support it with the evidence that you got from the resources. So you want to try to persuade other people for your side of whether or not we should continue to have Columbus Day. Then you need to comment on at least one other student response, and you might have to come back. I put on here, you might have to come back in a few days because depending on when you're doing this, there may not be many other kids on there. So you can come back another time and just give them a little feedback. Did they clearly present their position? Did they support their position with evidence? Things like that. And we'll see how our little sort of online debate goes about Columbus. So that's the Age of Exploration project. If you have questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you.